Just a few years ago, when you wanted to take a bus or subway, you would swipe a public transport card or line up for a ticket. You might not know anything about the traffic conditions ahead, but that's not the case anymore. Commuters can now have simple access to almost all forms of transportation with a mobile phone thanks to new technologies like artificial intelligence and big data. Together, they're expected to form a new transport system called Mobility as a Service, or MaaS. The MaaS approach is intended to offer multiple transport options to the public by integrating all means of travel onto a single digital platform. The work began in 2017 when Tencent expanded its QR code payments to include buses and intelligent travel assistance. Its service is now available on buses, subways, and ferries, and is in use by more than 150 million people in more than 150 cities. Just last August, the company made its QR code payment system available for Shanghai's railway service in suburban Jingshan district.
In building our public transportation services, we have already acquired technologies that allow users to have access to our payment code even without internet connections or when their wallet runs out of money.
Several other tech giants are also tapping into the sector. Alipay's app now provides links to services for buses, subways, railways, airlines, and shared bikes, though each of these is still operated by individual companies. For example, for the last 2 years, Alipay has linked to an app developed by Shanghai Metro called Metro 大都会 that allows passengers to scan a QR code on their phones to enter the trains.
I've using the codes for around 3 years, and it's very convenient. I use at least twice a day, sometimes 4 or 5 times.
But still, the development of the unified model is far from mature, since many commuters still need to transfer between different apps depending on their mode of transport.
I mostly use Alipay and WeChat, and also Meituan. Different apps, Alipay for bikes, WeChat for buses.
Experts say the final problem mobility as a service has to solve is the ability to connect between different systems.
Yeah, for example, if we want to transfer data from the metro, from the taxi, we need to get the data from the different companies. If we can have access to use this data, what will be the boundary to use this data? Because if it can be opened to some companies, then what will be the privacy issues behind this data? And for this, we don't have the clear rules or regulation to that.
The ongoing 2 sessions discussion has heard advice from delegates of the Shanghai People's Congress on improving digital applications in urban management. Several lawmakers saying the city should have more ways to help improve the protection of personal information and privacy of public data usage. There were calls for launching regulations on the city's digital economic development, sharing services, and data storage. These are also central to the concept of mobility as a service, so it's likely we will be hearing more about them down the road. 张世学 Money Talks